Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
You look good in red.
Thanks, Dave.
That's a nice shirt.
Thank you.
It's got a big B on it. It says baseball.
Bo Baseball.
Bo Baseball. Well, there's going to be a lot of baseball starting today at Paul Brown Field, right?
Yeah. Broken Bow will be hosting the Class B Area 6 American Legion Juniors Baseball Tournament. Action is scheduled to begin today. Game 1 is at 1 o'clock. I think that features Holdridge and Ogallala. And then McCook plays Minden following at around 4. And Broken Bow will play the final game of the day, scheduled for 7 o'clock against Gothenburg. So 6 teams in the tournament, 3 games today, 3 games tomorrow, double elimination tournament. So things will kind of start to change as we move forward in the tournament, which is scheduled to run through Tuesday of next week.
Had about 900s, 1000s precipitation this morning so far, so that certainly isn't going to bother the field as the way they're set up anymore. So unless we get a lot more rain, but it's supposed to mostly happen this morning if we get the rain, so it should work out pretty good.
Speaking of rain, they got a lot more 3 miles north of Victoria Springs. Had a caller call in and say they had an inch 20.
My goodness.
3 miles north of Victoria Springs. Said it was a beautiful rain.
Oh, that's great. That's perfect. The only thing wrong with that is it was just in a smaller area. But we'll take any rain we can get. I know the airport showed 1200s, I think, and we had 9, so varies a little bit. A lot of lightning and thunder early this morning, making some noise, and I'm glad that somebody got more than just a few hundreds out of it. I wondered about that because it did look a little darker in certain areas, and the radar was showing that this morning, so that's good.
Yeah.
Very good. Wow, that'd be nice. Only problem, you have to mow lawns when it rains, right?
Yes. I guess you can look at it that way.
Yeah.
Of course, that's good for your business.
That's true. That's true. A thriving business of Dave's Knife Sharpening and Lawn Service. Got to go out and mow the Williams.
Yeah. Carla was the big winner in Dave's Pro Mow giveaway.
But, Carla, I will not mow diagonally. I will not go diagonal. So
now, see, I just don't know. To me, the person who won the contest gets to decide.
Well, I'm sorry. That will.
Of course, I guess you did promote it though ahead of time.
Yes.
You said, that was part of the promotion. I think was you will not mow diagonally.
I will not. It's un-American. I won't do it. Hey, a couple things.
Yes.
You're going to Arnold today, right?
Planning on it, yeah. I think we got a remote there.
Yes, at 4 County Boutique. And the whole day is going to be, the whole show is going to be about the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally and Poker Run and all the things, the music, and they have all sorts of things going along with this that will get detailed for us today. And while you're there, a couple things are going to happen here.
Okay, a couple of things. Do I need to write these down?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I've been talking with Tiff Varney the last couple of days over in Arnold, and he has 2 tickets to Little Feat, the music group Little Feat, which are phenomenal.
Yeah.
And it's at the Orpheum Theater in Omaha on Wednesday, July 19th. He also has 2 passes to go backstage for a meet and greet.
Wow.
With these tickets. And Tiff is going to drop by during the remote and see if he can get those in somebody's hands because he can't go.
Oh, I see.
And he's hoping maybe somebody will make a small donation to a charity to get these tickets. But he doesn't want them to not get used. So be listening for that.
Okay.
And then all the details about the bike rally.
Yes.
And
yes,
I thought while you were there in Arnold, where you used to reside, you were an Arnoldite, would stop by Brubaker's Coffee House and have a cup of coffee on Brad Atkins while you're there.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice of you. And Brad, I guess.
Yes, nice of Brad.
Yeah. Does Brad know this?
Just go over and say,
okay,
I heard on the breakfast show,
or
today I am the breakfast show.
Yeah.
We're doing a live broadcast.
And Dave said
that Brad,
yeah, okay.
I'll say it out loud, I'm saying Brad Atkins will buy you, who's going with you?
Shannon, I
You
believe.
and Shannon, one of their specialty coffees or just a plain cup of coffee, whatever you like.
Okay.
Brad will pay for it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, why don't you just invite some other people to go with you and have some coffee on Brad?
Okay.
You can do
All
that.
right, Dave said.
Yeah, you can
I just
put
want to
my
make
name
sure
on it.
I get that
I'm not a
part
scared of
correct.
Atkins.
All right, Dave said. Or charge it to Brad. Dave said.
I think at one time Brad would have gotten, physical with me, he'd probably whip me.
Yeah.
But he's kind of past that now. He's mellow.
Yeah.
He wants to buy you a cup of coffee.
Okay. That sounds great. Love to go into Brewbaker's.
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of that, where's my live read? I think we've got a live read for Brewbaker's.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Just let me find it.
Well, let's
Seems
just
like a good time to do that.
Perfect
Now
time.
that you've brought up Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. They'll be open because they're open Tuesday through Friday from 8 to 5.
Right.
Open Saturday from 9 to 3. Delicious treats and drinks to enjoy at the historic Destination Barista Bar and Gift Shop in Arnold, Nebraska. Make sure you follow them on Facebook to keep up on all the latest happenings at Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. And while you're in there, check out the new 40-ounce tumblers that they carry. They fit into a car cup holder, hold a lot, and include a straw and handle. The perfect way to keep hydrated this summer. So there you go. Brewbaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, open Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5. Open on Saturday from 9 to 3. And thanks to the generosity of, I guess, Brad Atkins and the, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but the suggestion of David J. Burney, I guess I'm going to enjoy a delicious cup of coffee.
Have 2 cups.
At Brewbaker's
Have
today.
2 cups.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Have a bagel.
Okay. You know what I might do? I might get a cup of coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of enjoy that at Brewbaker's for a while. And then on the road home, I think I'll get a smoothie for the road home.
That is a great idea.
And charge it to Brad.
Charge it to Brad.
Dave said.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. I've known Brad a long time. He might be a little upset with me for a while.
I just hope Brad knows that Brent really doesn't have anything to do with this. This is Dave.
I'm taking full
Dave
responsibility.
with the breakfast show.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I'll handle Brad. Don't you worry. If he happens to be around there and approaches you, just say, "You talk to Dave."
Yeah.
Dave will.
I think I'll have a kind of in the mood for a caramel latte.
Ooh, yeah, that sounds good. All right, it's going to be a lot of fun in Arnold today. Some tickets to a great concert. All the information about this wonderful weekend they're having in Arnold, Devil's Den Bike Rally, and coffee on Brad Atkins, Brewbaker's. Perfect. Perfect. Go check out the Sentinel and see if the girls want to come over and have a cup.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Or Becky's across the street.
Yes.
Maybe she would like to go over and have a cup
Yeah.
of coffee or a latte or something like that.
Okay.
Brad will pay for it all.
Wow.
Yeah. He's a
Man,
generous guy.
I guess.
Yeah. People don't understand just how generous he is.
Man.
But
you do.
I'm exposing
apparently,
that fact,
because
yes.
you're promoting it.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to talk a little bit while we're visiting here about the Whiskey Barrel and Broken Bow.
Okay.
Would like you to know that Stan has his doors open at the Whiskey Barrel 7 days a week for your convenience. A little shorter day on Sunday, but still open for you. A little longer on Saturdays than the week, but they're open, I think, around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, and people stop in and have coffee just because it's so much fun to be in there and visit with Stan and his crew about, topics of the day. He likes to talk a lot about milk and tomatoes, things like that. Horticulture, and he's into that. He's got a heck of a garden. I think him and his wife, lovely wife, have kind of a competition going. And he'll tell you how he's planting and how his wife is planting. The differences. Soil content, pH factor.
Wow.
Oh.
Whoa.
Yeah. Watering processes. All sorts of things.
Amazing.
Hydroponic tomatoes.
Wow.
Yeah. That's just part of what you get when you go in to get your spirits there. And by the way, you get free ice with purchase, free advice, I don't know if you have to purchase anything to get advice from Stan. Probably not.
Yeah.
And check out the wonderful inventory they have there. Wines, beers, all the different things in there, non-alcoholic products. By the way, if there's something that you would like to try and they don't have it, they would likely try to get it for you. They're there to please their customers and treat them right. Speaking of treating them right, their prices are based on competition and fairness. So there won't be any glitzy specials. You just walk in and know, you know what, I'm paying a fair price for this. That's the way Stan works. Stan,
Nice.
the man, knows it all.
Good.
Did I get some live reads? Did you want?
Well, I didn't divide them up because I'm leaving.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's right. You're
I
gonna
didn't
go.
know if you wanted them divided up or if you wanted them together or what you wanted to do. We just didn't have the opportunity to talk about that before we came on the show, Dave.
You had a lot of people calling you and so forth and stopping by. That's good, though. It's good to do, face-to-face with people. And that's what you're going to do today.
Yes.
When you're there at the remote, you're going to have a lot of fun people to talk to. And then afterwards, you can go over and have a treat on Brad.
Yeah. Can we go back to baseball a little bit? I feel like I didn't really cover that.
You feel guilty
the way
about it?
We should have. We announced it's going on, but I guess we should probably announce what we're doing around it.
We don't want any regrets.
Yes, there you go. We are going to be doing a live video stream of every game from the tournament. Beginning with Game 1 today of Holdridge and Ogallala. You can access those video streams of the games from the area tournament here in Broken Bow on sandhillsexpress.com, on the Sandhills Express YouTube channel, and also on the Sandhills Express Facebook page. And then for the Broken Bow games, we'll also be doing those on the radio, which you can hear on KBBN 95.3 FM and KBBN.com. And then when we do the Broken Bow games, we'll also put the radio call with the video feed. So full coverage of the tournament you can access through Central Nebraska's sports source the next few days. Also want to give a shout-out to the Broken Bow Spirit 16-18U softball team. I believe they travel to Hastings today to start playing the Class C state tournament. So best of luck, girls. We wish you the best as you compete at state this weekend.
Thank you. And as long as we're pinching off regrets, I would like to mention that the Old Settlers Picnic is underway today in Litchfield, Nebraska.
Okay.
And they're going to have a whale of a weekend for you. So stop down there. You got the Arnold activities we just spoke of. Crazy Days continues here in Broken Bow with sales.
Right.
And the DC Lunch Carnival is out at the Custer County Fairgrounds. And the baseball you just mentioned. Come on in, Becky. And we're just rolling here this morning. Let's play the game real quick.
Sure.
And Becky is here, and she is going to talk about how to keep ourselves fit and trim like she is.
Fantastic. All right. Baseball is kind of the theme here. We're talking Major League Baseball for our questions, as next week will be the Major League Baseball All-Star Game. The very first one was played on July 6th, 1933 at Old Comiskey Park in Chicago. So here are some questions about Major League Baseball All-Star Games. Who hit the first home run in a Major League All-Star Game?
Ernie Banks.
No.
Oh.
I love being a Cubs fan, I love your answer, though. Who hit the first home run in an All-Star Game? Sandy Koufax. I'll just tell you, he was a pitcher.
Yes, he was a good one.
Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, or Joe DiMaggio. Who hit the first home run in an All-Star Game? Sandy Koufax, Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth, or Joe DiMaggio? If you know, call us at 872-2801. A chance to win yourself a free 6-inch sub from Subway.
Crazy Day sales are still going on at Varney Health Mart in Broken Bow. Friday and Saturday, store-wide sales are marked at 20%, as are Montana Silversmith items and essential oils. Buy for yourself now, or buy for gift-giving occasions coming up and stash your finds. Staying crazy until the end of the day Saturday. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
At Gary's Superfoods in Broken Bow, they're also getting in the crazy day spirit. So much so that they're having a 3-day summer sale Thursday to Saturday. Our family chips, $1.88 a bag. Ground beef, a smoking deal when you buy a 3-pound chub at $5.97. That's only $1.99 a pound. Big produce savings too. Whole seedless watermelons, $4.99. 1-pound strawberries, 2 for $5. Pints of blueberries, $2.99. Extra large Hass avocados, 99 cents. Super select cucumbers, 3 for $2. These savings and so much more are at Gary's Superfoods, South B Street, Broken Bow.
With more ways than ever to connect to news and entertainment, 90% of new car buyers want the tried and true AM/FM radio option. Gadgets are great, but when you're behind the wheel, you just want that local connection that can't be replicated. Local AM/FM radio is dependable and free, with no subscription or cellular data required. And as the backbone of the emergency alert system, we are here to keep you safe in dangerous times. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress we need AM radio in cars. Text AM to 52886.
All right, back live here on The Breakfast Show. Becky is here from Pearson Physical Therapy, and before we jump into that, I don't want to have any regrets. So I'd like to bring you the Friday menu for the Prairie Pioneer Center. It's a chef salad with turkey and also some fruit and club crackers. So we now have the menu available to bring you each day. Call them by 9 o'clock and let them know you're coming at 872-6121.
We didn't have a call
I'm sorry.
for the game.
Yeah.
So we'll just let you know that the answer was the guy who hit the first home run ever in a Major League All-Star baseball game was Babe Ruth.
Becky, who was your favorite barrel racer?
Oh, well. Famous?
I guess racer might not be the word.
Yeah, no,
That's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I really have admired Lisa Lockhart for a long time. She's been there, done that, and very, very good representative of the sport and a very good horsewoman. But there's a lot of really good ones out there. And, of course, I'm a huge fan of my 2 girls.
I was going to suspected that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's Becky wouldn't probably be able to answer that baseball question, but we wouldn't be able to answer a barrel racing question.
Probably, yeah.
Because
good
it's
point.
what you're kind of into.
Yep.
Yeah.
What you pay attention to.
I've seen you compete. You're really good, too.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I try. I don't get to compete very much anymore, though, which is really, it's wonderful because we're busy with the kids. But, it's when I do get to go, it's funny how you play different things in your mind when you're getting ready to go. And, sometimes I'm ready to go up the alley and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, I haven't done this in 2 months, and then I have to tell myself, yeah, but you've done it a lot.
For quite a while.
Yeah, for quite a while. You're not going to forget how to do this. And so, but it's a big mental game, really big mental game.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
Yeah, so.
There's so much to it. I mean, you've kind of enlightened me to, the relationship with the horse and how it's 2 athletes and timing and getting familiar with one another. And
yeah, it is because there is, the whole time that you're out there is anywhere from 15 to 18 seconds, and so like your timing has to be so perfect, and any little error can really mess you up. Like, so for example, the last time I did get to compete, I went out, and right before I went in, I'd shortened my reins just a little bit because I wanted my cues to be very precise. And I shortened them just a touch too much.
Uh-oh.
And so I turned my first barrel, and my horse just was feeling wonderful. And because I put my hand down just a little bit more and my reins were just a little tighter, my outside rein was tight on him, but my inside rein was loose, which then didn't allow him to make the crossover for setting up to run to second barrel. Well, of course, when you're out there, all I feel is that he's not getting over. and it just set our whole run up for. I mean, it wasn't a bad run. It's still, I mean, in my mind, it was a disaster, but it didn't look that bad. But it's funny how just a little teeny tiny thing like that just makes a huge difference. And thank goodness for the power of video, because then I was able to go back and I just ran it frame by frame, and I figured out, it was my mistake, that I was kind of the one that made the error, and it was just a simple thing of my reins were just a little too short that day. So
I think we can roll this thought process into what you do for a living.
yeah.
For people who have ailments and aches and joints that are bothering them, or some sort of nagging injury, it's probably could be a big thing, but a lot of times it's a small thing, and it might be affecting something else, right?
Yeah, so we find that all the time when we are evaluating people. It's usually a series of a lot of little things that lead to a really big thing. And so one of the topics I wanted to talk about today is like chronic pain.
Okay.
And I think, people that do suffer from chronic pain, it's very overwhelming and very consuming of their whole life. And so, but there are a series of a lot of little things that we can do to make adjustments to help them with that pain. And the philosophy that I use to help with that, we call it postural restoration. And so I've had a lot of advanced training in that topic, or on that topic. And so it's more than just stand up straighter and that'll take away your pain. Sometimes people just can't stand up straighter because their body has changed over time. And so that's where I come in, and I can help educate them on, what activities they can do to help engage the correct muscles, and what they can do to help maybe turn off some really tight muscles. And then we can use manual therapy techniques through that as well to help with rib position, pelvic position, get the back muscles to relax a little more. We look at, are your arches collapsing? Because if your arches are falling, then your knees collapse, your hips rotate in. I mean, it really kind of can be a cascading effect. And so, if we get you some arch support, so maybe that'll help with some of that lower chain things. And so we really do look at the body as a whole, and those series of little changes can really make a big difference with people, for sure.
One of the things that I think more and more people are trying to do is solve some of these ailments, these aches, without using drugs.
Yes.
Because before you know it, as you go along through life, you notice that you're taking more pills in the morning. There's blood pressure. There's all these other things. There's
Yes.
diabetes. And all. Next thing you know, you're taking a handful of pills, and you always want to make sure that when you take those, you work with your doctor. You're not taking ones that cause problems. But I think we all know that they're a little hard on the stomach in some cases and so forth. So if you can help somebody alleviate that pain by tweaking this, that, and the other, you can maybe help them maybe take one or two less pills.
Yeah. I read a really good quote one day that said, exercise can replace a lot of drugs, but there's no drug that will replace exercise.
Wow.
Yeah. And so that really hit home for me. You can't replace movement with a pill. And but sometimes you need some help to be able to move without taking that pill. And so that's where physical therapy comes in, and we are experts in that area to help you get moving the way you need to without so much pain. And we've seen it time and time again that people will come in, and a lot of times we'll ask you how many pain pills you take a day, or or ibuprofen or Tylenol, and it usually doesn't take very long, and they can greatly reduce the amount that they're having to take. So, and every pill you take has some kind of side effect, and so if we can help minimize that side effect, or minimize the medication intake, then we can minimize that side effect.
And of course, I mean, there are medications that need to be taken. We don't want to say that you can get rid of everything, but if you can reduce the number that you take with, as you say, with all the side effects. Brent and I've noticed that almost every commercial we hear, you're going to have diarrhea. That's just all there is to it.
It's a common side effect, isn't it?
They're covering their bases.
That's just a given,
Yep.
Even though if you're not going to, it's a statement they always make. But everything has a purpose, and certainly medication. I can't imagine where we'd be without it, as far as the things like blood pressure and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
And inflamed joints. I imagine there's a place for that as well. But again, movement. It kind of gets to be a vicious circle. When something hurts, then you don't move it, and then it hurts more, and you don't really get it going, right?
Yes, yeah. And so that's where, working with your doctor to do the right interventions, the right medications. Maybe you do need a joint injection. A lot of times after somebody gets their, shoulder injected or their back injected, the pain goes away, so they feel like, oh, okay, I don't really need to do anything else about that. But then the pain will come back. And so what we find in PT is that if we see somebody before they've had their injection and we make progress, but we're still not quite there, oftentimes if they do get that injection, then we can get them the rest of the way. It just helps if we're working closely with your doctor to manage that pain, not only through medications, but then through activity and movement and manual therapy and things like that. So it is a team effort, and we're happy to work closely with your physician about that.
Real quick, and then I know you have something you want to promote. Does it, I want to put this because I want it to be a compliment, but maybe I'll make it a question. Does it startle you at all when somebody says, Becky, you seem to think outside the box? Does that bother you at all, or is
no? I do think that is a compliment, because I try to think, okay, what are we missing with this person? Why are they not getting better? If it's a patient that we're struggling with, it's like, what else do we need to look at? And so sometimes when people come in, let's say for neck pain, I may look at their pelvis, and which sounds really goofy, and I do try to explain to patients, okay, I don't want you to think I'm crazy that I'm looking at your pelvis and you came in with neck pain, but it's like a house, if you'd say, if you have a door or a window that is sticking, or a crack in your drywall, it's usually not because of that drywall or that door. It's usually something with the foundation. And so I think of your pelvis as the foundation of your house. And so if we have chronic pain that isn't being solved, a lot of times we have to look elsewhere in the body, and where can we look to help fix that.
Okay.
So that really helps me kind of dive in deeper into what we need to do to get you better.
And by the way, I think I went to one of your walking clinics, and I walked just back and forth, and then I sit down with Andrew, and he went over everything, every detail, why my shoe is wore like it is, and what shoe I should be wearing, and how it affects the rest of your body. So you're a team that way. That's what you guys do.
Yeah. Andrew does a great job with the gait assessments and stride evals and the tips for the runners, which we will do another stride clinic here as we get closer to cross country season. But yeah, and if any time somebody, if they've been trying to walk more this summer and they're starting to get more pain, and they want a free stride assessment, we can sure do that. This month, what we're promoting is the free PRI assessment. So chronic hip pain, back pain, knee pain, things like that. It all can be affected by your posture. And so we're doing that the week of July 24th to the 28th. So you can call and set up a half-hour time slot for me to take a look at you. And we can sure give you some ideas if our approach to physical therapy will be helpful for you. And so I kind of like it because I tell people they can try it before they buy it, you know.
Yeah.
They can get our opinion as to whether or not we think we can help them. And here, you know, I try to explain why I think they're having the pain that they are. So, you know, people that have, they typically go to the chiropractor for long-term back pain. You know, I get a lot of times, my pelvis is always out when I go to the chiropractor. This PRI program is great for them, and it really complements chiropractic care. So it isn't that we're going to tell you, don't go to the chiropractor. You know, it's kind of like peanut butter and jelly. You know, they're very different, but they go really well together. Mm-hmm. And so this can really complement that and help your adjustments stay longer, too.
Okay. And the dates again?
July 24th to the 28th. So
stop by or call and
stop by or call, and the girls will get a time on the schedule, and hopefully we can just help educate some people on some things that they can do to keep moving and keep doing the things that they love to do.
Okay, right out here on West Highway 2. And what are your hours?
We're normally 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and then on Tuesday, Thursdays, we are there until 7.
Okay. And you have a website, Facebook, and all of that?
Yep, all of that.
Okay.
Yep,
all right. Well, it's good to see you, as always.
Good to see you guys.
And I shouldn't have brought up the D word, because then I thought you would go into that one subject you came up with on the bandstand many years ago, and I think it was a Crazy Days.
It was a Crazy Days, yes. Yes.
What's that called?
Kegel exercises. I embarrassed the whole breakfast show staff by talking about Kegels. If you don't know what Kegels are, I'll let you Google it.
Okay.
Hey, by the way, have a safe trip to Wyoming.
Thank you. Yes.
We wish Emma the best as she competes.
Yeah, we're pretty excited. She's got a really nice horse, and she drew up on Tuesday, Thursday, so I think that's a good draw. She'll be able to watch a couple rounds before she has to go, and so hopefully we'll be making it back to the short go on Saturday, and so we're pretty excited. Thank you.
That's great. We'll be watching. Listen.
Lots of good area athletes going to compete there that next week.
Team Nebraska looks pretty good.
Yeah, we've got some good kids out there.
Good.
So.
All right. Thanks, Becky.
All right. Thank you, guys.
News is next on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Dave and Brent.
You two guys.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News special report. The June jobs report from the Labor Department is just out. The market is still strong despite the Fed raising interest rates by 5 percentage points. CBS News business analyst Jill Schlesinger on what could happen next.
The jobs data will be a crucial part of the deliberations by the Federal Reserve when it meets for its next policymaking session in July. It is expected that the central bank will increase interest rates by 0.25 percentage point, barring any major moves on either the employment front or the inflation front.
Again, the June jobs report was just released by the Labor Department. It shows 209,000 jobs were added last month, and the unemployment rate is now 3.6%. That is down 0.1%. We will have reaction and analysis throughout the morning. CBS News special report. I'm Wendy Gillette.
In Nebraska news, a man has been arrested in the death of a Nebraska teen whose body was found in a bonfire pile in Arizona last month, according to authorities yesterday. Anthony Ruinard, age 37, was taken into custody Wednesday, and his bond was set at $2 million, according to Maricopa County officials. Ruinard is expected to be formally charged with first-degree murder at his initial court appearance, according to authorities. Parker League, age 18, was visiting friends in Arizona after graduating from Gretna High School in the spring. He was last seen alive at a gas station in the Phoenix suburb of Chandler with Ruinard on June 11th. Sheriff's deputies uncovered League's body on June 12th in a bonfire pile in a remote area of the Tonto National Forest northeast of Apache Junction. Detectives obtained video footage from multiple locations where League's bank card was being used after he was reported missing by his family and later found dead, according to officials.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
In baseball games of note, the Rays lose to the Phillies 3-1 in 11 innings. That's 12 straight road wins for Philadelphia as they wrap up a sweep of the top team in the American League. That's the first time Tampa Bay has lost a series at home this season. That's been swept in a series. Mets over the Diamondbacks 9-0. New York gets the sweep. They won 5 in a row. Starter Carlos Carrasco, 8 shutout innings in the victory. Dodgers beat the Pirates 5-2. LA now just a half game back of Arizona for first in the NL West. Guardians over the Royals 6-1. Cleveland now a game and a half back of idle Minnesota for the top spot in the AL Central. Reds beat the Nationals 5-4 in 10 innings. Cincinnati gets the sweep. They've won 5 in a row and 20 of their last 24. They've still got a 2-game lead on Milwaukee for first in the NL Central. The Brewers did keep pace with a 6-5 win over the Cubs. Rangers fall to the Red Sox 10-6 while the Astros lost to the Mariners 5-1. Texas still with a 2-game lead on Houston for first in the AL West.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have some scattered storms, especially early on, otherwise partial sunshine into the afternoon with highs working up into the middle 70s. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 54. Saturday, looking to stay dry and partly sunny with highs working up to 76 degrees. And for Sunday, expecting lots of sunshine, low 80s, heating up to 90 by Monday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
When someone asks me, when is the best time to start saving for retirement, my answer is simple. It's today. Hi, I'm Tim McCaslin.
And I'm Janet Lawhorn,
your local Edward Jones financial advisors. We can help you build a plan for your ideal retirement by identifying your unique goals and help you keep on track to achieve them. The sooner you get started, the better. Call us at 308-872-6849 or visit edwardjones.com to schedule an appointment today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Did you just finish your big landscaping project but unable to stand up straight to enjoy it? Team Physical Therapy can help. Call 872-5111. Did you slide into second but unable to make it home due to a sprained ankle or pulled muscle? Call your movement rehabilitation specialist at 872-5111. In Broken Bow or any of our locations in Gothenburg, Burwell, Kearney, Callaway, or check us out on the web at myteampt.com, 872-5111.
Now, that's a good commercial, don't get me wrong, but I haven't slid into second for maybe 40 years, so I don't think that part will apply, but still, there's some other things they can help you with, right?
Right.
Right. Liana, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. I'm a little nervous about this remote.
You are?
Yeah. Chip is here, and sometimes I think he analyzes things quite a bit. How's it going, Chip?
Good, Dave. Yes, I analyze all the time.
That's what I thought. So Give me a good grade when this is over, okay?
I will do that.
All right.
I always do.
Okay. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Callaway and Broken Bow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you have an announcement you'd like to make and a special guest here today.
We do. We are very excited that Allison Schmidt will be joining us with the agency. She's going to be working out of the Broken Bow office starting in September, and she'll be kind of in and out between then and learning and working with us. So she's been with the company for a while now, working kind of on the backside, not the agency side of it. So we are very excited. She'll be making that transition and serving the people in Broken Bow. So
well, that's going to be great, Allison. I think I know some of your history because this is a small area and we all know one another. But for folks out there who don't know very much about you, how about some background, family, career? How'd you get to this point?
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in Broken Bow, graduated Broken Bow, and clear back in 2001. Didn't get too far away. Married Mark Schmidt, and we farm and ranch between Myrna and Arnold. Have two girls. We'll have a freshman in college and a freshman in high school this year. So, joined the Nebraska Owners here back in November, and this opportunity presented itself. So I'm moving into the agency side.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And so you'll be in the office in the fall of the after summer's over?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes, should be September full time. I'll be in and out, kind of learning the ropes till then.
Well, so far, this might sound like a corny question, but I don't think so. I've found that when we talk to people who offer insurance to people out there, it's really quite interesting because it affects our lives and protects us. What do you like about it so far? What have you found that you liked?
Oh gosh, about insurance in general, or
just the maybe meeting the people, how the insurance fits together with the people you meet.
Yeah, absolutely. I really look forward to working in the Broken Bow area. I think we have such a close-knit community, and it will be really fun to get to know people again and work back in the community I grew up in.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Bet you're excited.
I am very excited. Guess what license she's working on first? Life and Health?
Life and Health.
Woohoo!
That could be a help to Liana.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm
Chip.
very excited. Yeah, so that will take some pressure off of me and Chip as well, because he does a ton in the background with setting appointments, and he knows just enough to be dangerous and tries to avoid it, which we've talked about. But
I run really fast if somebody asks health questions.
Well, it is somewhat complicated for most of us. You stay with it every day.
Yes.
And so you keep up to speed, and I'm sure that Allison will do that. And there's so much more to it than people realize, Allison. I think it kind of scares people off a little bit, and when they have somebody like you and Liana to help them, it's a big deal.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'm even learning so much more. Taking the class and getting your license is one thing, but actually doing the job is quite another.
Yeah.
So I'm lucky to have Liana to teach me the ropes.
Well, Liana is an expert. I think most people realize that. She's also, I've always been amazed of how she juggles so many balls at the same time, where I can only do one thing, and then I walk away from it, and I forgot what I was doing when I walked away. And Liana has got all kinds of things going with family and community and insurance, and I don't know how you do it, Liana. And we knew that when you worked here, you were always doing lots of things in and out of the office and keeping up with it.
Well, I have a ton of help, and our agency has just gotten busier, and I've been doing a lot more of the property and casualty stuff, kind of helping Chip out on the side. So we all really do work as a team, and as soon as Allison feels like she's got her feet under her with the life and health, she will then also be pursuing, property and casualty. So we will still be able to offer all of those products out of the Broken Bow office, and she will, get there with that. But if there's a question she can't answer, if somebody finds her in the office, then she, of course, will call Chip or I. And we do have another customer service representative. She's licensed, and she works out of Hildreth. And so she's it's a new sort of thing for us because it's a remote person. And so she's been helping. Her name is Megan. She answers the phones. She's got 10 years of experience working on the agency side. So we really do have a good team, and we keep expanding. Just purchased an agency in North Platte that we closed on July 1st.
Congratulations.
So thank you. So yeah, we're just trying to get all our ducks in a row. They're waddling around a little bit right now, but
they'll come together.
They will.
You know,
yep.
they always follow mom. Right?
That's, yeah. Well, I don't know about that. Squawking a lot, probably, but yeah. So we're really excited. Chip will be in the office on Tuesdays, kind of in the meantime over here in Broken Bow. I'm typically there on Thursdays. Right now, there's a sign up that says otherwise we could be over here by appointment. You might catch Allison in there if she's studying or just taking some, some time to kind of learn some of the systems, and then we'll just be. So I just ask that people are patient with us. You can always get a hold of us on our phones. Chip and I are used to cell phone calls also, and the numbers are listed on the sign on the door. So people with questions or, needs, if we're not in there, I apologize. We're working on that. We're going to be doing some remodeling in that office as well. So, you'll just see some changes come in between now and September.
Fantastic.
We're excited.
Well, you kind of answered my question, but it's kind of obvious that what technology has done to all businesses, but where you're, like you say, you're growing, you're expanding, and it's a fluid situation, and I think every business is anymore, but the technology has made it so people can contact you, you get back to them, email, Zoom, phone, text, face to face.
Right. What's that? You want to sit down and see me? I don't know. Yeah.
There's a lot of options to be able to serve people where you don't just have to be in one spot. And certainly you can't be right now. But having Allison here this fall will be really good. And I know Chip, you told me a while back that you're still enjoying what you're doing. When your hair gets this color, people start asking you, well, when you going to quit? When you going to retire? And I think you told me that you don't really want to do that. You're still liking what you're doing.
Yeah, that's true. And I do get asked that question a lot. It seems like with the gray hair, it does make a difference. But yeah, as long as I can think and speak and hear, and hearing is becoming an issue. But
I was going to say, wait, what?
Liana knows that.
Yeah, we'll keep plugging away. We'll keep going. That's good.
Yeah, and you do a lot of different things, but you've always been strong in the ag side.
The ag side is my specialty, I guess. It's the area that I enjoy the most. That's, I think, most of the farm quotes that have come in usually come to me. So commercial side also. Yep. I've been working on that as well. And home and auto, yeah, we do it all except life and health.
He doesn't. We do.
Yeah, I'm licensed for it, but I still don't do it.
Oh, you are licensed, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
He is, but yeah, you wouldn't know.
Well, you want to, I guess, do the job you're good at and that you're interested in. So I think most of us can understand that. But you do help with, lining up appointments and so forth, as Liana said.
Yeah, we have a calendar that we all share, so it works out really well that, I can go into the system and see what she has for appointments and make those appointments for her. And we try to arrange things so she's in Stapleton the same day and not in Stapleton and then back to Broken Bow and then back to Stapleton. That
there are
been
days,
known
though.
to happen. But,
yeah, I imagine.
But so we do work hard on that. And it's like Liana said, we do want to stress that the phone numbers are on the door. So if you come up there and nobody's there, then please give us a call, because we definitely want to help out and do what we can. So,
all right. Anything else, Liana, that you wanted to speak to today? Maybe something that's going on right now as far as the insurance side goes?
I mean, the certifications, and I think Allison, her head explodes a little bit when we start talking about the actual working. I have got all the links and stuff to start that. So certifications for the 2024 season, which Allison will be sitting in on all of that. So as soon as we get her going, and then we'll probably be tag teaming a lot of the appointments and stuff for this fall for open enrollment, which will help. But just, keep listening. We'll be advertising and stuff when all of that starts. Dates are the same, October 15th for Medicare, November 1st if you're under 65 as far as when we can start. No, I have no idea what the plan options will be like. I've been asked that a couple of times here recently, so everybody wants something new, bigger, and better, and I can about guarantee that it won't be bigger and better, but we'll, maybe the government will surprise me someday. But so yeah, we're just plugging along and really looking forward to getting Allison in the community and out doing some, some stuff with Broken Bow, some of the boards and that kind of thing. We are chamber members in Broken Bow as well as Callaway. So we do like to just do a lot of things like that and just be looking for Allison. And if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask her, because if she can't answer them yet, she knows who can. So
okay, all right. Now the easy way would be call the Callaway office to start with.
Yes, you can call Callaway, which is 836-2201. You can call Broken Bow, and if we're not there, it rings into Callaway, and that's 872-6996.
Yes.
I did the ad the other day, but I wouldn't remember it.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I was like, oh yeah. So really, lots of ways. If you've got our cell phones, don't hesitate to to reach out, and we'll.
Sounds great.
We're excited for the changes. So.
Yeah, Allison, it's nice talking to you. I think it's so great that you're going to be at the office here, and people are going to enjoy working with you. And I'm sure there's a lot to learn, but I think you're probably up to the task.
Yes, definitely am. Thank you. I'm excited.
And Chip, I got to tell you, that shirt is killer, man. That is a good looking shirt.
Well, thank you. Yes, yes. This is.
The ladies have nice shirts. Don't give me, but that one there is killer.
I wore my striking shirt today just for you, Dave.
You're the man. Thanks, guys.
Thanks
for coming in.
Yeah.
Well, it's good to see you, Leona.
Yeah, you too.
Yep. We'll take a time out with these words here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
We are so excited to see you during Crazy Days at Beau Bouterie. We're open at 7 on Thursday to get things started, then have regular hours Friday and Saturday. Some markdowns are up to 75% or more, so stop in and look. Come enjoy savings on purses, wallets, summer shoes, sandals, flip-flops, and more for the whole family. Savings are marked on select Western boots, hats, and work boots, too. Beau Bouterie, your home-owned shoe store on the square in Broken Bow.
Start checking items off your warm weather to-do list with the help of Ansley Lumber and Supply. They have the materials you need. LP Smart Siding, featuring premium diamond coat technology, will protect your home for years to come. To protect from the top, ask about shingles and other roofing options. Need to rework or build a deck? Ansley Lumber has great material options there too. Strong, high-quality materials to keep your home safe and strong for years, all from their friendly, knowledgeable staff to help you along the way. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley. The cows are on grass, and you've been checking water. Let Moline Seed and Fence take the expense out of checking tanks. Gallagher Liquid Monitoring is here. No need for cell service. These run fully off satellite, giving you exact water level in your tank at all times. Moline Seed and Fence, bringing you the best in technology to help your ranch run more efficiently. Call Shane today at Moline Seed and Fence at 308-529-0781.
There's a lot of uncertainty in ag and business today. One thing you can always count on, though, is Nebraska State Bank, looking for ways to help local ag producers and businesses be successful. Right now, NSB is running an ag and commercial equipment loan special that features a 6.49% fixed interest rate for qualified customers. You heard that right, a 6.49% fixed interest rate. Call one of their local experienced ag loan officers at 872-2466 to find out more about this limited time loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Waking up Central Nebraska. They are so funny. KCNI, KBBN.
8:24, and Ryan Anderson is here from the Garden Center. How you doing, Ryan?
I'm doing good.
Good. Well, it's July. 4th is past. We're right in the heart of the summertime here. It doesn't seem possible. I know that every guest that comes in, I know I sound like a broken record, but I say, how's the summer going for you? And they all say, really fast.
Yeah, it
it's
has been
going
really
by.
fast.
It's really going by. But we've had a pretty darn nice June. I don't know that we've had more pleasant June as far as comfort goes. I don't know whether the temperatures have been as high as maybe you would like to grow some things, especially for our farmers out there. But in the yards and so forth, they're staying pretty green. We get a little rain along the way.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty good season, hasn't it?
Yeah, so far, yeah. And that, I don't know, that kind of brings me to one thing I wanted to talk about today was a problem we're get asked a lot of questions about the last couple weeks is leaf curl on a tomato.
Okay.
So there's different ways that the leaf curls, and generally if it curls up or curls up and in, it's usually an environmental factor, and it's the plant's natural defense mechanism to ward off whatever's happening. But not a whole lot you can do for that other than let the environmental factor pass,
work itself out.
Yeah. So just a lot of people come in wanting, thinking they need to be fertilizing more, or there's not the right nutrients, whatnot, or is it a bug or whatnot. There are, depending on how the plant leaves act, is a different thing. But just your plants curling up, for the most part, it's environmental. Keep doing what you're doing, and should work itself out. So, but yeah, and with that, so I think we see a few hot days, and then we have these temperatures in the 50s.
52 night before last, yeah.
And then back up into say the high 80s, or maybe some 90s on a day, and things are going to do that. But for the most part, what we've seen, that particular leaf curl works itself out.
Okay.
So
then on the other side, there are I know that we already have some tomatoes on, even though the plants aren't huge yet, and they are curling a little bit. There's some tomatoes on there, not a lot. And one of the first small ones that I was so excited about, I went down and looked at, and it had a hole in it. Some sort of a bug had gotten to it, and that was kind of disappointing. But I know there's things you can do about that too as well.
Yeah, there's occasionally an insect. Sometimes on the first fruit you see a little blossom end rot.
Okay.
If you're not, fertilizing with something with a little calcium in it, you can get some blossom end rot. And so, if you get a bad spot on a tomato, that attracts the insects, stuff like that.
Okay, so it's more of a something rather that attracts the insects to that point.
Yeah, could be.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So if you're to that point already, and we have a product called Yield Booster, which is a spray. You spray the foliage down, and the tomatoes itself, it's a calcium spray, and that kind of takes care of your blossom end rot problem. So, but it's always, it's a good idea to we recommend Jack's Classic. That's what we sell. That's what we use. And it has calcium in it. You can use it once a week or every time you water. It's a water-soluble fertilizer. So, and it's good for all of your garden plants. So,
are some folks out there maybe looking at the second round of underground crops, the radishes and that sort of thing? Are people harvesting some of the early crops?
Yeah, I think probably probably for the last month they have been.
Okay,
I would say. So yeah, and it's been pretty good weather to replant, say, a radish or something, because they kind of like the cooler temperatures. So, but yeah, we still have some seed out for that. So,
all right, it's can't be really overstated, I don't think, and it's not anything that people don't know and understand, because food prices have really escalated the last few years. COVID and everything figured in, it's just more expensive to buy food, and not knocking on the grocery stores. That's what happens to them. They get stuff that costs them more.
Right.
Restaurants have to charge a little more. So a garden not only can be a lot of fun, and relaxation comes with that, and the pride of growing your own produce. Really, seeds don't cost a lot. You can save yourself some money, right?
Yeah, even a tomato plant. Our singles, I think, were $2.89 this year. For the amount of things you can do, tomato sauce, for, spaghetti sauce, salsas, different things. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit of work to get them going, but the nice thing around here is we have, pretty fertile soils you can pretty much throw something in the ground and
it will grow.
Give it a little attention, and
yeah.
It will grow, yeah.
Yeah, and the tomatoes, people loved summertime for the bacon lettuce tomatoes, and you can make those yourself at home, and let's face it, a tomato out of the garden tastes really, really good and much better than what you can buy most times from the produce department. So
yep, you bet.
So think about that for next year, but you can still plant those second crops. A lot of people raise multiple crops, at least 2 on some of that, so you can help them there. We've had enough rain that things look pretty good. Last year, I don't know, something about planting the tree seemed a little risky because you had to be responsible and keep water on it, and you still do.
Yeah.
But the ground's much better to plant a tree in this year.
Yeah, a little bit easier digging maybe, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can't stress enough the importance of watering a newly planted tree up until the ground freezes. Maples took a hard hit, the last couple of years with the drought. A lot of times people say, oh, my sprinklers hit that tree or whatever, and they need a little bit more deep watering than just what a sprinkler offers. And then, those sprinklers get shut off in September, when you get that first cold snap and freezes things, and they really need to be watered clear up until, maybe into December. And if they get things warm up a little bit in January, February, it's never a bad idea to go dump some water on them then too.
Give them a drink. Yeah. Are you set? Do you still have some trees for sale?
Yep, still have some lindens, a couple different varieties of lindens, some bur oaks, common hackberry, some honey locust. I think there's a couple different varieties of that, and we do have some maples too. So still looking good there as far as selection. Fruit trees, there's got several varieties of apple trees, and an aspen. We got some prairie gold aspen in. So and then shrubs and if you're kind of have torn up some landscaping or want to replace or do something there, we have a good selection of that kind of stuff too. So,
and of course you have the mulch and everything to go along with that, and you have it in the bulk and in the bag. And
we brought in some colored mulch this year, so I've used a little bit of it in a couple different places and think it's a really good product. So our colored mulch is a byproduct of a little family sawmill up in northeastern Iowa, I believe. So we'd seen it at a show here last fall and thought it was a good product and decided to bring colored mulch in. So
I think most people by now kind of realize that the garden center is kind of particular about the products it carries and the quality that you offer in every aspect. Your potting soil, your mulch, all of the things that we talk about all the time when you come in. You mentioned, well, we found a good one. We found something that I like, that I know works. And so I think people can feel confident that you're doing your best to just not put something on the shelf or put some trees out for sale. You're trying to make sure they have the best shot at being successful at it.
I like to think so.
Yeah, I think you're doing that. And also, by the way, I'm impressed because I'm driving around a little bit in certain parts of the town, and I see this furniture everywhere that you've been selling on somebody's patio, and it matches their patio, and it looks gorgeous. That has been a real that's kind of exploded, hasn't it?
Yep. When we got hooked up directly with the Amish, it kind of opened up a catalog a little bit for us, and we've I guess really felt blessed with bringing that in, and it's super comfortable. It kind of sells itself, and we can match a lot of we can match whatever you want, basically.
Yeah.
Your house, or if you want to contrast your house or whatever. So
I think the one I saw yesterday did just that. It was on the porch, and the part of it was pretty much the same color as the kind of a reddish brown that the house was. It just popped out. When I drove by, it wasn't like you'd be looking for patio furniture, but it just kind of caught your eye.
Yeah.
The nice thing about yours is that it lasts forever. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to put it in the winter time if you don't want to. And
no cushions.
Don't worry about getting wet. And
yeah,
that's great. So check that out. And I know you have some on display, and you can get the orders in pretty quickly, I think.
Yep, they've been coming in pretty decent time, probably about 4 to 6 weeks, maybe a little bit longer here. But the end of July, 1st of August here, we kind of expect another round will be set up at the state fair this year. So bringing in a lot for that. So
okay, all right. Are your hours changed a little bit now? Things slowing down a little bit.
Yep. So we shortened our hours on Saturday from 10 to 2. We're closed on Sundays and running Monday through Friday, 10 to 5:30. So.
And you're always active on Facebook and communicating that way. And they can pick up the phone, give you a call if they have a question. And
yep.
All right. Anything that we didn't talk about that you wanted to highlight? I'm glad you brought up the tomato thing, because I was kind of getting concerned myself, because that's what ours was doing. And I never thought about, 52 degrees and then maybe 75 or 85, maybe 90. Just be patient. We're gonna have a stretch of warm weather here, no doubt about it. So
just kind of got to be patient. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep them evenly watered, I guess, and you should be fine.
Okay, all right, Ryan. Thanks a lot. Garden Center, the only year-round garden center in the area, a block south off Highway 2. Just turn at the dollar store, and you'll find it quite easily. One question, are you going to take in any baseball this weekend? You got some other things going?
We got some other things going, maybe a little bit. I think it starts tonight.
Yeah, tonight, yeah.
So,
yeah.
It's been a fun season to watch. Win or lose, it's still fun to watch.
It is. We're going to take in a few, but if you can't get there, we're going to be live streaming them on the video on Facebook, on Sandhills and YouTube, and the Broken Bow games will be on the radio. So if you aren't I guess you can even get it on our app. You can listen to it anywhere, Ryan.
Yeah.
But I know I see you at the games a lot, and I didn't know you were a baseball fan, but you certainly must be.
They're fun to watch, yeah. You bet.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
We'll take a timeout with these words.
Aero Aviation, let us take control.
Remember the time you used to spend fighting weeds and bugs? Now you can spend that time elsewhere, because aerial application is your best advantage against these problems. Let Aero Aviation take control.
When you need a helping hand to get the most from your land, Aero Aviation, let us take control.
For over 50 years, Aero Aviation has served the area. Contact Casey for your aerial application today.
July is National Independent Retailers Month, and Bruning Bank is so proud to have the opportunity to work with so many small businesses across the state. Take advantage of all the business banking options that Bruning Bank has to offer online, such as remote capture, ACH Manager, business bill pay, QuickBook compatibility, and more. Stop by or call to learn more about business banking with Bruning Bank. Member FDIC.
It is 20 minutes before the hour, and right on time. Jody just walked in the door from Off-Broadway Assisted Living. Perfect timing, Jody. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's Friday. There's a lot of good, fun things to do this weekend. You can go fishing, camping, you can ride in a carnival ride, you can go over to the Old Settlers Picnic in Litchfield, you can go ride your motorcycle in Arnold, you can go shopping here in town with some Crazy Day specials going on yet. And I'm sure there's activities out at the fairgrounds going on with horses and so forth. So no reason to just kind of stay home, is there?
No, it sounds like no reason to even be bored at all this weekend.
No. Well, and that's one of the things, too, we often bring up because your facility is for people who can be on the go. I mean, they can go to these things. They can hop in a car. They can have their family pick them up and take them to these activities. No problem. This is what the Broadway assisted living facility is for people just to have fun. They can live in your facility, be pampered a little bit, and go out and have fun. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Well, I don't know. It sounds like a good place to be to me.
Yeah. And I know you even have some protection for some of the folks who have their own cars.
Yes.
If they want to do that.
Yes, we do, in the back.
Yeah. So, obvious question. I know you've been filling up with people inquiring about the apartments, the suites. Yes. Are there any left?
A few.
A few. All right.
A few. So now's the time to do it because we're having that summer bash. If you move in during July and August, you get a free month's rent.
A free month's rent if you move in July or August.
Yes.
Folks, you can't beat that.
No.
Perfect timing, too. If you move in like in July or August, then you're ahead of the winter season. I know we don't even want to say that word.
Not yet. Not yet, Dave.
but if you are going to make that move, certainly summer, fall is much better than making that decision in
December, January,
February, March. So it can be done. Let's say that if you got a bunch of family and everything, it can be done.
It can.
But it takes a little time, as you've reminded us, to get this all lined out once they decide they're going to do this, right?
It does. There's a lot of planning and preparation on our part, as well as the person that's wanting to move in. They don't realize what we have to do ahead to prepare for that. So,
yeah. Folks, there's a little paperwork involved.
A little bit.
and that has to do with, I suppose, regulations and guidelines for that type of facility, but also you have different possibilities for some insurance coverage and different things that may or may not work that you have to look into, right?
Yes. Okay. And that takes a little bit of time and coordination between us and them and their insurance company.
Mm-hmm. All right. And really you need to sit down and talk about whatever medications they're taking that need to be kind of monitored. That's one of the benefits of living there as well.
Yes.
A little help. Did I take my pills or did I not? Right?
It's easier because we do that. We give them to you, so
you don't have to worry about it.
No questions.
Yeah. And by the way, I think Jody's made clear that when you move into a suite or apartment, it's like brand new. It's painted, fresh, and you start out back basically with a new apartment.
New apartment, carpet, appliances, whatever. So yeah.
Okay. So what activities are going on? I know you went through the 4th. A while back you had a hot dog feed. Got anything that you're thinking about doing for fun here? I know you got an activities director and everything's going there.
Yes, it's going great. So next week, just in time for the alumni weekend, on Friday from 1 to 3, we are having ice cream and tours.
Oh, nice.
So if you're wanting to come in and just take a look and see what we offer and what our building is like, that would be the time to do it.
Okay, perfect timing.
So,
yeah, alumni weekend. That's a good match.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So it worked out just great for us.
Good. Anything else that I haven't asked you about that you wanted to mention this morning?
We do have some employment opportunities available right now. We need med aids all shifts, and then we need an RN consultant. So please contact me. stop in, fill out an application, email me, whatever. We will look at those.
All right. Jody, I'm just going to tell you right now, I'm a little bit jealous.
Why is that, Dave?
Well, I'm looking at you, and I see this suntan going on your face and your arms, and that makes me think that you have gotten away a little bit at least, and did some camping and fishing and so forth, which I sense that maybe you really like.
Maybe just a little bit, probably a little bit more than what a person should.
No, I don't think so. That's short summer.
So yeah,
it's short summer.
It is.
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to get out and do some fishing maybe August.
What, wait until August?
Well, this July thing is crazy. I mean,
it is.
With so many activities going on every weekend with different communities, it's amazing that we have so many. I guess we'll finish with what we started here when you came in. We have so many fun things to do on the weekend for us to promote and cover that I just don't see it changing too much. And then you go right into August. You're going to have the fair will end in August. Sork races will get going over on the west end of Custer County. And then we'll be covering football and all of that, but that's when I get a little bit of more of a relief when the guys really dig into sports. So, but I am jealous. I just want you to know that.
Sorry.
Yeah. Well,
I get out there and sit on the boat all day on the weekends.
Is Bob getting a tan too?
No, he can't.
Oh, he has to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens. Well, sun's not a good thing if you get too much of it.
Well. That's what happens when you're allergic to the sun. So.
Oh wow! Now that's got to be a little bit of a challenge of being an outdoor person and having to watch yourself in the sun.
It's a challenge. It can be quite the challenge, actually. Sometimes.
A cover on your boat?
Yes.
Oh, you'd about have to, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, it sounds like you got it handled.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for coming in, and folks, the special might be just the time for you to take a look. Come and take a look, and. You can save yourself a month's rent if you move in July or August, right?
Yes. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So now's the time to do it.
Yeah, that's a good time. All right. Thanks, Jody.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I don't know if you heard this or not, but the Eagles are finally going to call it quits.
Are they?
Yeah, and they're going to have a final tour very soon. So here's the Eagles on the Get Up and Go breakfast show. One called, well, what Jody likes to do sometimes is take it easy.
Yes.
Nebraska.
CBS News special report. The latest employment report from the Labor Department was released this morning, showing 209,000 jobs were added. Chief Investment Officer at Crossmark Global Investments, Bob Dahl.
First, less than expected number in 15 months. The economy, now labor included, is showing some signs of weakening.
But he says earnings increased.
Average hourly earnings were up 0.4%. That's the biggest gain in wages since last July, 4.4% year over year. So the Fed's got its work cut out for it.
The unemployment rate slipped slightly to 3.6%. Bankrate.com's Mark Hamrick.
The next key report on the schedule is the Consumer Price Index due next Wednesday. That's ahead of the central bank's next scheduled announcement on interest rates, July 26th.
CBS News special report. I'm Wendy Gillette.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Monse Bolaños.
Carlos Alcaraz continues his second round at Wimbledon, coming out on top in the first set, 6-4, but is currently losing 2-1 in the second set. Top-seeded American woman Jess Pegula will start her third-round match at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. Novak Djokovic will start his third-round match at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Time. In NFL news, free agent wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins said on social media that he will retire from football when he's not a 1,000-yard receiver, and that the way he feels, he might still be playing at the age of 37. In Major League Baseball on Thursday night, the Mets beat the Diamondbacks 9-0. Arizona rookie all-star Corbin Carroll was injured on a swing and left the game in the 7th inning with a right shoulder injury. He will undergo imaging today, but the news was better than expected after last night's loss.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have some scattered storms, especially early on. Otherwise, partial sunshine into the afternoon with highs working up into the middle 70s. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 54. Saturday, looking to stay dry and partly sunny with highs working up to 76 degrees. And for Sunday, expecting lots of sunshine, low 80s, heating up to 90 by Monday. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
3 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. This in just a little bit ago. The post office truck is running late again today, so expect your mail to be late to the Broken Bow Post Office. The truck is running late again today for the truck running to the Broken Bow Post Office. Tumbleweed Cafe, Broken Bow, Nebraska. The hours may have changed at Tumbleweed, but delicious home-style food isn't going anywhere. They're open 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. daily for dine-in, and they have now added their new Wake and Bake Nook. Each Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. until 11 a.m., you'll find delicious breakfast items, including burritos, sandwiches, cinnamon rolls, biscuits and gravy, and more. And each Monday through Friday till 6 p.m., you can stop by their Wake and Bake Nook for items to take home and pop in the oven. Follow them on Facebook for announcements of different casseroles each week. And every Friday, they offer the foil packs to take home or to the lake and throw on the grill. The Tumbleweed makes it easy so you can enjoy your family gatherings without standing in the kitchen all day. Nothing brings your family together like good food. All from the Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow, Nebraska. Also want to remind you, as we have for many months now, because they're a dedicated group of people who want you to utilize a website that is available for you at mhpcc.org. It's in English and in Spanish, and it's all about sources that can help someone who is suffering from mental health, or maybe you are. And the myth that I can't do anything for a person or myself with mental health problems is just not true, but you do have to get treatment, you do have to see professionals, and you do need some assistance. So they have access to mental health services listed at this website. The website again is mhpcc.org. And if you have a friend that you're worried about, suggest that they take a look. Or if you're having troubles, take a look at mhpcc.org. Reminder that we'll be going to Arnold shortly as they're having a big event, an annual event, the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally with a poker run, music, all sorts of things. We're going to find out about that here in just a little bit. Also a chance to win some tickets to a very good concert, a Little Feat concert in Omaha on I think it's the 19th on a Wednesday, with 2 passes backstage to a meet and greet. And Tiff Barney will be making those available during the show from Arnold, Nebraska. And also, I know that Brent's planning on having some coffee at Brubaker's, and it will all be paid for by Brad Atkins. Nebraska Land Hearing Center is here for you. We are so lucky to have Roxanne here in Custer County in Broken Bow. She's a certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years experience. She lives right here in Broken Bow and proud to be a part of the community. She offers free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local. And she also has new discounts for new patients and existing patients with chamber bucks. So talk to Roxanne about that. She'll do the custom fitting for your hearing aids. That is so important to make sure they fit right. And Roxanne now accepts the CARE credit cards, which enables you to finance hearing aids over a period of time with lower payments. Ask Roxanne about the CARE credit cards and getting an appointment set up for you. 308-384-3852 to make an appointment. Located on the east side of the square, they share a building there, a very nice building with the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce. And I'm going to double check to make sure I got everything in here, because when we turn it over to the folks at Arnold, it should be a long and fun show, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that Brent's going to be talking to about the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, and we'll get to that right after these words.
Have you Googled yourself lately? Are there negative posts from an ex-employee or from a former client? Maybe an outdated news article or sensitive personal information about your family? Search engines don't always get it right. For right or wrong, it's your reputation on the line. That's where Reputation Defender by Norton comes in. One of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. Reputation Defender has been fixing people's search results for over 15 years. Their cutting-edge approaches help you to wipe away unwanted information in your search results. They also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, helping you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. Take control with Reputation Defender. You can start by getting your free reputation report card at reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 to speak to an expert. That's 800-401-6681.
Have you ever asked a farmer if they talk to their fields?
Promise me you'll grow nice and tall. You got that? No, you were corn in 2013, not 2014. Hope you were thirsty. You think Cheryl's still mad at me?
After all that talking, sometimes it's time to listen. Your field has a voice, and John Deere Operations Center helps you hear it. Unlock every acre's full potential by using both agronomic and economic data. Visit johndeere.com/operations center and unlock your operation.
They run errands and equipment. They bring parts and dinner. They drive the combine and the kids to school. They feed livestock. They fix skinned knees, broken fences. They do the books and lead the 4-H group. They simply make everything better. John Deere celebrates the strength and resilience of the women that make farms run. They make all the difference.
10 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock. We're going to Arnold here in just a moment or two, but we do want to take time to thank the sponsors of this broadcast for the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally and Mike Nelson Memorial Poker Run, which will run through this weekend. So thank you to the Callaway District Hospital along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics Reminding you about their public transportation service, please call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today for the areas of Callaway, Arnold, Stapleton, and Oconto. Custer Public Power District, happy to support the communities in which they serve. The Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. Welcome to Arnold for the annual Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally this Friday and Saturday. Four County Boutique, where Brent will be broadcasting from. Welcome everyone to the Devil's Den Rally in Arnold. Shop at 4countyboutique.com on Facebook and even Instagram. Mills Hardware and Feed enjoys working for and supporting the community of Arnold and for the local events that go on there. Pinnacle Bank of Arnold welcome you to Arnold. They're not just a bank in Nebraska. We're a Nebraska bank. And A1 Auto Repair in Arnold is proud to support the activities of the season and hope you visit Arnold this weekend. And don't forget about their new location at 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold, Nebraska. Thank you to our sponsors. I'll send it to Brent Apperson in Arnold. Brent?
All right, Dave, thank you. Good morning, everybody, and we welcome you live to Arnold, Nebraska. We are set up at Four County Boutique here in Arnold, and our focus today is to visit about the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, which is happening this weekend in Arnold. We have Heather Hagler. We have Tammy Weinman with us. Ladies, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing good.
All right, now, do you both know David J. Burney?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Well, I want you ladies to know that Dave has invited all of us, when this remote is over, to Brewbaker's for a coffee and a treat. And according to Dave, I want to stress this, according to Dave, we're charging this to Brad Atkins.
Oh, perfect. That'd be great.
So
Brad's such an upstanding gentleman. It sounds just like him.
So when we're done here, we're all going over to Brewbaker's if you would like, and we're going to charge everything to Brad.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Brad.
Yeah. Well, and I want to say, again, I stress, that's according to Dave.
Okay. Thanks, Dave.
I want to make sure that I keep my name
Dave,
out of it.
So.
You're one of the few, Heather. Hey, well, let's just get right into it here. Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally. I think my question every year when I come over to visit with you about this event, what year are we on?
We're on year number 12.
12?
Mm-hmm. It's the 12th annual.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It is. It does not feel like it's been 12 years.
Yeah. So just talk about the event over the years. How have you seen it kind of mature and grow over the years?
It's gotten bigger.
Yeah.
It's gotten. We've added a lot more events to it. It's just gotten a lot more fun. We've learned, we used to have it down here on the street and we found out that's way too hot, and then we went to the community center where we had some air conditioning, and now we finally moved it out to the park, which has been fantastic. All the shade, the outdoors, there's just something about being outside, and it's just a good time.
Yeah, the bands keep getting better and better,
yes,
and just a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get into the schedule here in just a moment. You talked about the bands, and then again the atmosphere of the park.
Mm-hmm.
It is really just perfect, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's just, we light off fireworks courtesy of Gunther Fireworks, and it's just beautiful over the lake. It's just, it's just a neat thing to see while the bands are playing and the flag in the background, and it's just a great atmosphere.
And I'm sure the involvement of people who want to participate has grown. I know it has in the last 12 years.
Yes, it has. And the money that we've raised, has grown every year. So that's been fantastic as well. We've, I haven't done tallies in the last couple of years, but on our 10th, after our 10th, I believe we were up to 60,000 over the years that we've donated. So to all local charities. So that's been fantastic because that's what it's for.
Yeah.
So.
Well, where do you want to start with today? Because there's activities that start later in the day, right? You just want to kind of start going through the schedule?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, so tonight everything starts at 5 o'clock. There is no charge to get in tonight. So we'll have an open bar. There'll be some biker games. We'll have food and some giveaways. Something new this year that we're excited about is axe kickers from Broken Bow are coming. So we'll have axe throwing. And then at 7 o'clock or shortly thereafter, Craig Fern Experience is going to be our entertainment for tonight.
Okay. All right, so all of that is happening tonight, and that's all out at the park?
Yep, and there's no admission fee to get in. So it's completely, that part's free. So, and we'll have food and drinks, and it should be just a good time. So
nice way to kind of get everything started, isn't it? Just open it up to everybody, let it be free, and it's a nice way to everybody come together, isn't it?
Yes, yep.
Fantastic.
Get it started,
All right, so that is all tonight out at the park.
Yep.
And then, of course, the big day of activity really is tomorrow on July 8th, and it gets started good and early in the morning, right?
Yes,
Yep. At 8 o'clock, breakfast will be served by the Arnold After Prom kids, and we just want to thank them for being there every year. We couldn't do it without all the volunteers that help us out. So great breakfast to start out, and that's open up to everybody, not just people coming for the rally. 8:30, you can start signing up. The sign up ends about 10:45, and we do the show and shine at 9:30 to 10:30, and there'll be awards given for that. At 10:45, the blessing of the bikes and the national anthem. This year, Lee Wanch is going to do the blessing of the bikes for us, so we thank him for coming out and doing that for us. And then at 11, the poker run will start.
All right.
I was just going to say the poker run starts. You'll get your first card here at Grazer's here in Arnold, and then we'll head up north and then go down Highway 2 down to Anselmo to Foo Bar. And then from Foo Bar, we'll head on over to Sargent, go by Victoria Springs and go over to Sargent to the Rescue Bar and Grill, Mel and Brandon's place over there. And then from Sargent, you'll head to Broken Bow to Kincaid's, and you'll get your fourth card there. And then we'll head on over to Callaway to Shotgun Annie's or Henry's, either one. You can get your fifth card there, and then you'll get your last card, your bonus card, at the recreation area back here in Arnold.
All right, when you complete the trip.
When you complete the trip, yep.
Wonderful.
So, so you get 6 cards, so you can toss one out.
All right, sounds good. Now, it's listed as the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, but do you have to be on a motorcycle to participate in the poker run, or
Absolutely
like
not.
a classic vehicle would work, or something
last
like
year,
that?
Actually, my husband and I, we have motorcycles. We took a car last year.
Yeah.
So, so you don't have to. And I think there were 2 or 3 cars on the run last year. One year we took a bus.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was,
cool.
That was
That would be
great.
fun.
Yeah. So you do not have to have a motorcycle to participate in any part of the event this weekend.
Okay.
It's not just for, people who have motorcycles. So,
All right.
Yeah.
And registration is that day on Saturday, right?
On Saturday,
Okay.
from
All right.
8:30 to 10:45. But that's the 10:45 is kind of a loose. If you don't get
I
here
follow you.
quite by
Yes.
Yeah, you can still
10:45,
sign up.
yep.
We've even added people on the route.
Oh, have you really?
Yes, we
oh,
have.
well, there you go.
There always seems to be 2 or 3 we add on the route.
Well, I'm guessing that when they see everybody come through and they're in the community, they're like, hey, how can I get involved in this?
We just jump in.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you have a fabulous route, and I'm looking at the businesses and places that you're going to stop along the way. Every single one of those is just a fabulous spot to stop. So I'm sure you're very appreciative of those businesses that are kind of associating with you on this rally.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're very thankful for all of them. They're all so easy to work with, and they've just been a great help.
All right, fantastic. Tiff, hello. How are you? Do you have some tickets? Is that what I understand?
And a $50 gas card.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Wow.
And so, Tiff Varney is here, and Tiff contacted us. He has dropped off in my hand right now. Do I have to give these away, or can I just take them myself? Really? Oh, okay. Well, they are to the Little Feat concert, which is coming up in Omaha. Looks like July 19th. And Tiff has graciously kind of donated these, and we'll just tell you what. We'll just see if. Well, go ahead.
And here's some more.
Okay.
You get a meet and greet the band beforehand at 5:15.
Wow.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they'll autograph.
All right.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you what. If you're okay with this,
I'm okay.
what do you say we just donate these to the Devil's Den Rally, and if someone will come in and lay down a donation, a nice donation, we'll give them tickets.
All right.
That work for you?
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you, Tiff.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
Thanks, Tiff. We appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. There's a perfect sign of what this rally's about, but what the community of Arnold is about,
Yes.
too.
Yes.
So I tell you what we'll do. Tiff Varney has dropped these off. These are tickets to the Little Feat concert on Wednesday evening, July 19th, 7 o'clock showtime at the Orpheum in Omaha. And I think there's a gas card he's given. There's a meet and greet pass that you have, so you can go back and meet the band.
That's fantastic.
So I tell you what, can I just give these to you guys?
Yes.
And we will just let you give those away as you see fit.
Okay.
And we can put that toward the fundraising effort of this event.
That's fantastic.
All right?
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes, thanks, Tiff. That's amazing.
Maybe let's go to the fundraising. Is that a good transition, I guess, since we're talking about that? Let's kind of talk about how that works.
At the end of the night as well.
Sure.
But, so all of our, this year, our charities are the Teammates program, which, of course, is the mentorship that Dr. Tom Osborne started. And so we donate to that locally. We also have a Devil's Den scholarship that we have every year. So we donate to that. Suicide awareness and prevention is another one. So we have a fund that if there is a local family in need of some help in that area, we are willing to give funds to those. And then
I'll just add real quick, that all stays private.
Yeah.
Okay.
No names are ever mentioned, but we are willing to help families that might need counseling or anything like that.
Yep.
We have money set aside for that, and that will stay private.
Yeah. Yep. Those names are never released.
Okay.
And then we also have autism awareness through the school. So we set funds aside for, it's actually for all kids, but autism is in mind when we set those funds aside and buy items that the school needs. Right now, we are actually, we've saved a couple of years because we would like to buy a big piece of equipment, possibly for the playground or something along those lines that we're really looking for. So something that all the kids can use, but also kids with autism can also use as well. So so that is this year's charities that we go to. Also, we have a lot of local charities that we donate to. The cheerleaders, the after prom kids get a chance to make some money. We have Honor Bound Motorcycle Association that always comes, and Christian Motorcycle Association. There's just a lot that that come and help out, and we end up donating to.
Yeah.
So So it takes a ton to run it. So a ton of people.
Well, that's what I've always appreciated, not just about this event, but many of the events like this that we cover and promote on the radio station is it's a fun event, but it's also an event that is put together to pay back. And I just think I applaud you for the efforts of, what happens with this rally. And I'm sure that's probably where many get, the organizers of it, you maybe get your reward out of that more than even the rally itself, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's why we do it. Yeah. We just get to have fun doing it.
There you go. Yes. You support charities, you support some other great efforts by having a fun time. That's a win-win.
Yep.
So that's great. Okay, where do we want to go next? Do we want to continue on Saturday and talk about more of the entertainment and things that'll be taking place? Right.
Yeah, so at 4 o'clock, the bar opens up out at the park. There is a $10 admission to get in to Saturday night, except for the poker run participants. When you pay for the poker run, that automatically gets you into Saturday night's events. We're going to have a burnout pit, and that is always a lot of fun.
We've had all sorts of vehicles in there besides just motorcycles. There's been ATVs and side-by-sides.
Yeah, that's always a lot of fun. Axe kickers will be there again for the axe throwing. This year we changed it up and we're doing a taco bar, so we're excited for that. That's going to be great. We'll do all the announcements of all the poker run winners, the show and shine winners, all that stuff, and then we get into our night of entertainment at 6:30, Twisted Chrome. And if you like 80s music like I do and the rest of our crew does, you won't want to miss this. We've got Hooked that starts at 9 o'clock also, and they are 80s rock. In between there, we'll be doing a live auction, Miss Devil's Den contest, and the Beer Belly contest.
All right.
The live auction, we have some Nickelback tickets, 2 Nickelback tickets to the concert there. And then we have a couple of really nice knives to auction off. And we have a fire pit that was handmade. I mean, it is awesome. We're going to light it up so everyone can see it because it is cool. So, we've got some cool items to auction off too.
All right.
So,
I have to bring this up. It was a few years ago. I was here doing this. And I think I misread the sheet. Do you remember this, Heather?
Yes, you said.
I misread the sheet, and I combined Miss Devil's Den and the Beer Belly contest.
And we decided that probably wouldn't be that pretty. It was like Miss Beer Belly, I think is what it was.
I think that's the way I announced it. I think I announced it as the Miss Devil's Den Beer Belly contest, which gives a whole new thought process to what that event could be. But
discussed that for just a little
bit. I mean, yeah.
I think that our dear friend Mike Nelson was still with us, and I'll never forget the look on his face when I announced the Miss Devil's Den Beer Belly contest. They're like, no, those are separate.
Those are separate contests.
But anyway,
combine them.
But both sound like a lot of fun.
Yes.
So
they are.
And that will all be Saturday night, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
And that's all out at the park.
Yep.
Okay.
Everything's out at the park.
Okay. Is there now I know Friday everything was free. The activities on Saturday night, they're an admission to get into that?
Included if they sign up for the poker run, it's included with the poker run. If you come out and you're not doing the poker run and you just want to come to the concerts and the entertainment for the evening, it's $10 a person.
Okay. And the meal goes along with that also.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well,
yep. So the meal and the entertainment is for that $10.
It's a pretty cheap night of entertainment for $10.
Man, I would say.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
you can't even go out and buy a meal, period, for $10. So to get a meal and entertainment, I would say that's going to be a fabulous thing. All right, have we covered everything on Saturday? Did that kind of wrap up the day?
I think it did.
Okay.
I think it did, yeah.
All right, and so there you go, folks. What an amazing weekend of entertainment. I know that we call it the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally, also Mike Nelson Memorial Poker Run, and I just can't come and do this remote without thinking of Mike, because that's how I got to know Mike was through this event and through the remote that we do. And I'm sure that his spirit is heavy this weekend.
We always, even last night there was a group of us that went over to go grab some things that were donated, and I think we talked about Mike half the night. I mean, just memories over the years, and
the rally isn't what it is because Mike, because Mike made it what it is. And we always want to make him proud.
If I remember right, this was kind of his brainchild, wasn't it?
Well,
somewhat.
Not the very beginning. He actually performed here.
That's right. Oh, he performed. That's right.
It was Heidi Kolb's brainchild. And so the first year it was Heidi Kolb started it, and then Mike played here the second year, and then after that he said, "I want to be a part of this." So then after the second year, I mean, he played in it and then was a part of it every year after, and so and a big part of it. Yep. You do have your together we rally for Mike. Yep. So.
Well, and I'm sure that a lot of people are like, once you come to one, you just make it a yearly thing, don't you?
Yeah.
And I'm sure that a lot of this, it's kind of felt like an extended family, I'm guessing, for the weekend, right?
It does, yep. We love seeing the faces we get to see every year. It's fun to see them all and catch up, and a lot of fun. And meeting new ones every year.
Oh, sure.
We drove around the event site last night, and there was already about 12 campers out there as of last night. And so the camping spots are filling up, and we're looking forward to a fun night.
It's
fun
neat.
weekend.
It's neat to have something fun like this close to home.
Yes.
Not have to travel so far away. Have it right in our backyards with the people that we surround ourselves with at other times as well, and then the new people that come and visit here. It's pretty neat.
And it spotlights the community of Arnold.
Yes.
And we've been talking a lot about the park just outside of Arnold. It's a great feature, but then we're right here at Fort County Boutique. We've been talking about Brewbakers, some of the other little shops and things that are here in Arnold. There's a lot of hidden gems in this community. Let's see, anything, have we kind of touched on what you guys wanted to talk about? I know that there's a lot of there's a lot of hands that need to come together to put all this on, and I know that you two have a lot of help that help you put on. I'm sure you're appreciative of all of the volunteer help, and I'm guessing some of the business sponsorship too.
Yep. We can't thank our sponsors enough. We could not do it without them. We will give a quick mention to our gold sponsors, which is Grazer's Bar and Grill here in Arnold, Hagler Farms, Jack Daniels, Kubota in North Platte, Tim Turley and Sherry Lamb, and Weinman Land and Cattle, which is Darren and Tammy Brady and McKenna. And we can't thank them enough. I mean, all of our sponsors, I mean, we just appreciate them so much because we couldn't do it without them and their help. So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, and I'm sure that I speak for many when I say thanks to the two of you and everybody else who has a hand in putting this together, because, things like this don't come together unless people take the initiative to put it together. So we say thank you for that, and I'm sure you're looking forward to tonight and the whole weekend.
Yes. Yep.
Absolutely.
We're excited.
All right. So everything, again, kind of starts tonight, and tonight is completely free out at the park, right?
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. Well, except for the drinks, but
Oh, well,
but
yes.
they're very cheap. So
Okay. All right. Good point. All right. We don't want to mislead people there. All right. And by the way, when Axe Kicker shows up, give Kendall Techmeyer a hard time for me, all right? Because Kendall and I we actually graduated together.
Oh, really?
In Luke City. So
okay.
So,
Well, we're I'm
but-
excited to try that out because
it's
I've never
fun.
done it. So
well, it's a lot of fun, and by the way, speaking of Kendall, when he don't let him share stories about, because Kendall has a couple of stories that would ruin my reputation,
we
so
might
we don't
have
want
to
to
try
go
and
there.
get those out.
Anything else that you guys want to mention regarding the rally or about anything before we let you go?
We'd just like to extend an invite to the people of Arnold and surrounding communities to come out and enjoy the entertainment. You don't have to go on the rally, but just come out and enjoy the next couple nights.
All right. Sounds good. Before we go, we do want to say thanks to these businesses who have sponsored the remote broadcast from here in Arnold to promote the Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally and Mike Nelson Memorial Poker Run. We want to say thanks again to Callaway District Hospital along with the Callaway and Arnold Medical Clinics, reminding you about their public transportation service. Please call 308-212-0464 to schedule a ride today for the areas of Callaway, Arnold, Stapleton, or Oconto. Also say thanks to Custer Public Power, happy to support the communities in which they serve. The Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally itself, welcoming you to Arnold for the annual Devil's Den Motorcycle Rally tonight and tomorrow. Fort County Boutique, which is where we're set up. Is this your store, Tammy?
Yes,
Okay.
mine and McKenna's.
And, well, it's a beautiful store.
Thank you.
And you want to talk just a little? We're going to give you a little chance to promote your store. You want to do that? Kind of talk
sure.
about some of the things you have to offer?
Sure, yeah, we have a lot of hair products. We've got a lot of locally handmade jewelry. We've got graphic tees. All of our patriotic T-shirts are 40% off. We've got children's clothing, Melissa and Doug toys. So just about anything. If you need a gift or you just want to shop, getting ready for school shopping. We've got a lot of jeans. So, yeah.
Wow, school shopping.
And we do have Lane Chesley pottery, which is very popular.
Oh, yeah. Okay, fantastic. All right, your hours?
We're closed on Monday, but Tuesday through Friday, we're open from 10 to 5, and then Saturday, 9 to 1. You can also come in and get your nails done, get your hair done. We've got Nails for Stars in here with Barb Gunther, and we've got Kylie Limcooler that's took over from McKenna and doing hair. So
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much for hosting us today, too.
Yeah.
By the way, we appreciate it. Also want to say thanks to Mills Hardware and Feed. Enjoys working for and supporting the community of Arnold and the local events that go on here. Big thanks, too, to Pinnacle Bank of Arnold, one of our sponsors for the remote, welcoming you to Arnold. They're not just a bank in Nebraska, they are Nebraska in a bank. And finally, A1 Auto Repair. A1 Auto and Arnold, proud to support the activities of the season and hope you visit Arnold this weekend. Don't forget their new location at 110 East 7th Avenue in Arnold. Ladies, thank you very much.
Yes,
Appreciate
thank
you
you.
taking
Thank
the time.
you. Yeah.
And if you're still available, let's go over to Brewbakers and have a cup of coffee on Brad.
Atkins.
All
Got
right. Dave, back to you.
How long did you boys say it was going to take you to get down there?
Oh, about 2 or 3 days.
2 or 3 days, that right. Boy, I sure wish I was going